I've got a chai latte. Prost. Chin chin. Cheerio, Miss Sophie. Hello, beautiful. I'm Blythe Stevens, and I'm here for my October flip and reflection in my Manufactiva cover Traveler's Notebook style bullet journal. I'm an MFA Bliss Catalyst, creator of a Blythe coach, helping multi-passionate creative take leaps of faith. And I'm doing a quick flip today through last month's bullet journal in real time. It's now November, and October 2025 was completely action-packed. Since my October setup and migration video, I've been in this silver rhodia ramen notebook with a sticker I got while in Portland. In my autumn and quarter 4 of 2025 bullet journal, got some real leaves hanging out because October certainly did bring some gorgeous real color as well as the artificial decor that I like to get out, and a Catchtober and a Battober theme to this month's bullet journal setup. I had so much fun decorating my spreads with various ephemera, stickers collected, many I happened into this year, but some washi tapes and stamps and confetti and ephemera that I've collected over time. My reference monthly perpetual calendar stamp. And some of the major highlights here, jumping in, was teaching in 4 different locations, 4 different types of classes, many of which were ballet at different levels, but also yoga and well-being. And we had the Hunter Moon in October, fall break here in Nordrhein-Westfalen, or Herbstferien, and they had also in Germany the time change. We fell back to get a bit more sunlight in the morning into Central European time from Central European summertime. Classes with me online continue at the same time here in Germany, but that might affect you depending on where you are located if you want to participate live. Until March, that will be the time change. Halloween is one of the fun holidays we celebrate, at least as Americans, but some other places at the end of October. And I shared some fall themes and the ballet story Cinderella. And we enjoyed an escape, an Ausflug, a getaway over a weekend with friends to Belgium, Liège specifically. So that was a really nice treat, having gone away in the spring, but not in the summer, to have a little experience of a different country and language and a bit of different culture together with friends. Such a blast. So many highlights, some of which I'll continue to record here, one of which is ongoing physical therapy that I was lucky to receive for my hip, which has gotten better. Hopefully I'll get some more after my next orthopedist appointment. And this amazing show, this is the program from Beethoven 7 by Sascha Waltz and guests. That was here in Cologne, and we went and enjoyed that with friends. It was very beautiful, and yeah, not going to give a full review, but would definitely see it if you have the chance. Some of the reading from this month was the month of October was finished reading Some Days Today, one of my nonfiction picks for the year by Matthew Dix. He is a very accomplished storyteller, teacher, many other things, and has a lot of recommendations that I think are practical, and many of which I will apply also, and you might also enjoy if you have work that you want to get out into the world of a creative sort of any kind, but can't seem to find the time to do it. I don't necessarily agree with all of his time-saving strategies, but it's certainly worth taking a look at where we can find the time and make the time to live out our purpose in the world. In the fiction realm, I read the Happy Ever After playlist, another by Abby Jimenez. I've read now several of her books, and she has really a knack for writing characters that seem like people that I do know, so it's very endearing. On the listening front, I have some song highlights of the month that I notice I have not yet recorded, but the playlists that made the soundtrack of my month included my Spooky October Sounds playlist, Send Me Sighing playlist, and Harvest and Thanksgiving Songs playlist, which brings me in from the end of October into November. Viewing highlights included the Chief of War series, Shrinking series. I didn't record it yet, but Wandla, which is a family-friendly science fiction sort of fantasy adventure. Chief of War is historical, about the Hawaiian. It wasn't the Hawaiian islands then, but the sort of history of it becoming united as the Hawaiian island kingdom, and then sort of what was happening around that time in Olelo, Hawaii, and really bringing history in a very beautiful, stunning, but also very violent, as you would think from the name, Chief of War, but really a vivid way. Shrinking is a comedy drama that I really am enjoying the characters and the vulnerability of. The films were Fly Me to the Moon, which is also sort of a historical romance, and a zombie movie for Halloween 28 years later, which, if you're into that kind of thing, is fun, especially if you want a little spooky, chilling time. In the first week, we did watch Beethoven 7, so that was a big highlight then, but also did some fall baking. One of my bucket list items every fall as the weather cools is baking muffins, apple muffins, pumpkin muffins, chocolate chip cookies, and treats. Was so enjoying already teaching ballet for the advanced dance program here in Cologne every morning and seeing amazing strides forward and technique and artistry. Had some nice fall celebrations before the fall holidays in some of the classes that I do teach, and was experiencing progress in my physical therapy. Was treated to art by a friend of ours at an art opening. And then the fall holidays did begin, so classes reduced for me, but I got to enjoy some rest. Still taught many of my classes, got to do quite a bit of planning and filming and creating, as well as some other fall favorites like going to the flea market and enjoying some homemade sauerkraut soup made by Ayla's mom, and enjoyed that with her family. Talked to one of my best friends on the phone too. That was nice, or on video chat, more specifically. The week of the Ausflug, of the getaway, was a very full teaching and creating week as usual, but even more intensified by packing and leaving town. But oh, it was such a treat to enjoy those Belgian waffles and beers and meatballs and fall sights and colors and a tour of the city. And like I said, being treated to new architecture and try out our rusty French language, although everyone we encountered also spoke English as well as French. They didn't necessarily all speak German, but we wanted to try out our French, sang some French songs. Yeah, just had lots of laughs and adventures with friends in a cute Airbnb. And that brought us into Halloween. We got out my witch hat for teaching on Halloween itself, continued my hip physical therapy, but wrapped up that round this time. Watched a scary movie, did some pumpkin muffin baking, and moved from October into November. That was the month of October in my bullet journal. As this filming is part of my reflection process, I do tend to go back and fill out some additional media and highlights and things. It's sort of a circular or a spiralic process of reflecting and creating. And I'll also be publishing a blog reflection of the month. Let's look at October used up or empties. Starting out with a toothbrush, electronic toothbrush head at the recommended frequency. My all-purpose moisturizing body face oil, which I get at it's the drugstore brand. And it works pretty nicely. I enjoy that. After showering, allergy medicine, very important in the fall and all year for me. Deodorant, which we both use. Contacts case, contact solution. That's the contact solution. No empties in the creative area, but I did re-ink all of my pens and have an upcoming currently inked for fall video, and we'll be re-inking them as well for winter. And that, as well as my current notebooks, tend to be what I'm using for creative supplies, the occasional marker, stamp pad. In quarter 3, I was in this book as well. Well, its cousin. This one. So this annual book, this quarterly book, this sketch book, this file of facts for financial tracking, these 2 Moleskine notebooks for my daily logs, this Rhodia notepad, these 2 morning pages notebooks, my daily log cover, and this daily morning pages notebook took me from quarter 3 into quarter 4. I'd be so curious too to know what media you are particularly enjoying at this time, especially cozy or a bit spooky fall or going into holiday things in real time. What's inspiring you? What challenges are you facing? Thank you for watching and for moving with me in spirit or in fact. Take good care of yourself and pay attention. Until next time.